have it.
Food Fair, where convenience and quality meet. And now, home delivery.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus is your tax and
Every time we're here, something weird happens. We had in 2019 the wide receiver who was running right down our sideline who dropped 2 straight posts. 2017 when we were here, the kickoff. You remember they threw the pick on the side, and they dropped the ensuing kickoff, so it's 14 points in 30 seconds. Yeah, we're not going to mention the last time we was in Hurricane, which was 2018, because that was that was probably my worst experience broadcasting. That was a 40.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
That was a long game.
We'll see how it shakes out here tonight as the Knights will get ready to kick things off from left to right. And Olivia is going to be heading out there to do the kicking duties once again. She surveys the field to see which direction she's going to go with it and point the tee. So Olivia Charles, the junior kicker, tees it up at the near hash mark at the 40-yard line.
And I tell you, one of the changes I've seen from last week, they have a brand new kickoff coverage team. There are new players on that team. A lot of number ones are playing kickoff coverage this week.
A lot of the things you got to remember on a kickoff coverage, just keep your lanes until you got to converge. So straight on approach, high end over end. This one's going to go deep all the way back to the 18-yard line. Fielded there at the 20, up the middle of the field at the 25 to the 30, breaks it out to the outside. This is Montgomery. He gets across the 50, 45 to the 40, 35 to the 30. One person to beat. That's the kicker, and they're going to go into the end zone. Touchdown. Hurricane, the opening kickoff return for a touchdown.
Wow.
14 seconds into the game. And that one goes from 82 yards into the end zone.
And I got to tell you, new kickoff coverage, new players, a lot of number ones. And instead of going straight down the lane like last week, this guy just basically took a right about the 30. And there was no one there.
Heath Montgomery is the one that brought it back 82 yards for the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming up. On to kick things off will be the quarterback, Barrio, and he kicks it up, and it is good. 11:46 left to play opening quarter. It's the opening kickoff return for a touchdown by Hurricane. They're on top 7-0 right here on 97.9 The River. Full 60 here, Lowell. Full 60.
You saw that coming.
Oh, yeah.
Injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you. The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And Kindred Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
Back 82 yards for the touchdown. Here goes Mason Moran. He'll take the return 20 to the 25, cuts back across the middle to 30, runs into one of his own men and gets knocked down at about the 34-yard line. 33-yard line is where he'll put it down. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Cabell Midland. They go from left to right, trying to answer the touchdown score, this time from Hurricane.
And that actually looked really good. I thought he was going to cut back and it was going to be similar to what we saw on Hurricane's opening kickoff, but he ran into his own player. So let's see what's going to happen here.
The Knights will huddle things up. The football is placed at the 33-yard line of the near hash mark. Knights are going to spread the field, wide outside the way. Alex Smith on the far side, near side Chandler Smith. Handoff is to Fetty up the middle. He's going to be stood up and wrapped up and brought down immediately in the backfield. Coming in, big man coming up to the big stop, Owen Duffy. The 5'11", 240-pound sophomore. Pick up a 3 yards on the play to bring up 2nd down and 7.
He was 240 when he started his freshman year. That kid's bigger than that. We'll get it right, parents. He's a bigger kid than 240.
Now, they do have Caleb Johnson. He's 6'3", 325. He's in there at the nose guard spot. Here goes a man in motion. Handoff once again to Fetty. Breaks it out across to the 40. Gets across the 45 and wrapped up and brought down at the 46-yard line. Good enough for the 1st down. Move the chains and a pickup of about 12 yards on the play. And on the stop, it will be Bryson Morrell for Hurricane.
And this is what I really thought you're going to see. I think they're going to go very fast tempo, quick tempo. I think they're going to keep Hurricane on their heels defensively.
Wide outside the way, ball near hash mark, fitted, single setback. Here it's Chandler Smith going in motion, handoff on a jet sweep. It's Moran up the middle, gets across to 50, spins around, thrown down to the turf inside Hurricane territory to about the 44-yard line. That's good enough for the 1st down. 10-yard pickup, move the chains. And on the stop is Quijano for Hurricane.
And let me ask you this, as an old offensive lineman, I noticed that when Midland lined up, it looked like there was a big split between the center and the guard.
Yeah, they're splitting them out. Matter of fact, they're doing it right now. They're doing about 4-foot splits between the center and the guards. Matter of fact, all the way out to the tackles as well, trying to spread the field out. Here we go. Find the open lane. It's the quarterback keeping himself, and Ryan Wolf gets across the 40. It works his way down to about the 36-yard line. What that's doing is it's spreading it out. It's leaving open lanes in the middle, and that's allowing him to make the option if he wants to keep it, hand it off to Fetty. It's giving him some open lanes to work with. Now, the other part of it, too, you're spreading the wing, you're spreading the wideouts out. You're spreading out there as well, so you're going to have the open middle open for you.
Now, I think defensively, you counter this by shifting, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Shifting and blitzing. You got to make the O-line uncomfortable.
Now, Hurricane is really spread. Matter of fact, there's about a 5-yard split between the tackles. Fed off Fetty, left side, 30, 25, trying to turn up the field. Gets across the 20, tripped up and wrapped up and brought down at the 15-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Colin Montgomery. And 1st and 10 now for the Knights. Let's pick up a close to 30 yards on the play.
Now, I got to tell you, defensively, if you're a defensive coordinator and you've never seen this on film, because I've never seen this on film from Midland, this is something that you're going to have to adjust. And it's probably going to take about a quarter to figure out what's going on.
Jackson Fetty on the big gain. He was the workhorse last week. 40-plus carries in the matchup, 45 carries in the game against Huntington. 9:16 left to play on the rolling clock here in the 1st quarter. Knights trailing 7-0 after the opening kickoff return for a TD, 82 yards by the Redskins. Wide outs either way. Alex Smith split out towards the near side. Handoff on the jet sweep. It's Mason Moran. Puts it back up across the middle. Stood up there as he gets across the 10 and dives his way down to about the 9-yard line.
And we have an injured Knight, and that's number 56, Justice Hutchison, who looks like he got hit in the back by maybe a linebacker or two.
He's going to run off here on the near sideline. He's been the big workhorse for him down in the trenches here this season for the Knights.
And he's replaced by number 57, Dylan Fain.
5-yard pickup on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5. The Knights with the football just to the right of the 10-yard line. Matter of fact, the back nose of the football touching the 10. Handoff is to Fetty. Fetty lowers his shoulder, drives 2, 3 Hurricane players down as he works his way down, picks up a couple of yards on the play. And leading the way on the stop was Lucas Ripto for Hurricane.
Now, on that particular play, the 2 wingbacks lined up almost as if they were in kick-protect formation because they pretty much had their hands on the hips of the tackles, which is very odd. It's almost as if they were going max protect on that particular play.
3rd down and about 2.5. Spreading the field. Wolf takes the standoff, gets it over to Fetty, works his way down across the 5. Good enough for the first down, move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal for the Knights. He needed about 3. He picked up about 5.5.
Now tell me what the purpose of that is. Is that to allow the tackles to know when to move whenever that back taps them?
Yep.
Because it looks like the tackles are so far out they can't see the ball. And here's the first modification we thought. Entering the game is Michael Lunsford wearing the familiar 45 instead of his traditional 2.
But he's going to line up at his tight end spot on the near side. Actually wearing number 3 normally for him.
3, excuse me.
But he's lined up as a tight end towards the near side. Running out of the bone. Handoff left side into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland. Mason Moran. Mason Moran with a 3-yard touchdown dive. New formation for the Knights. And it pays off. They drive down the field and get in the end zone with 7:18 left to play. Heads up, heads up.
Something's shooting. Whoa, I don't know what that was. Oh, they're shooting shirts.
It's a T-shirt.
It's a T-shirt cannon.
It was coming our way.
Look, that's a guy right there who's not phased. He hits 2 parents. They look at it. They're opening it up. Did they win a prize? They're trying to check it out.
Olivia Charles' extra point attempt is up. It is good. 7:18 left to play in this first quarter. We're tied up 7-7. 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the Marching Knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested.
Kick coming towards the near side. It'll be fielded at the 25-yard line. Once again, Montgomery gets across the 30. This time, he'll be wrapped up as he gets to the 25-yard line. A return of about 10 yards on this one, but the Knights defensively on that kickoff coverage, able to bring them down and not give up any more yards. Of course, they gave up the touchdown on the opening kickoff of the game.
So let's see what kind of changes we're anticipating here because, again, Midland is not going to be able to sort of anticipate what type of formation Hurricanes are going to go into because Hurricane is very flexible in the formations. So it looks like at this particular point they're going with 3 wides, 1 tight.
Well, they keep bringing more out.
Yeah, they are bringing more out.
Borio, the quarterback, will stand out of the shotgun. He has 3 wideouts to his right, back offset to his right. The Knights showing blitz. Pass back across the middle goes incomplete, intended for Montgomery on the quick slant. And the coverage that time by the Knights was Tevin Taylor. 2nd down at 10 coming up.
And look to see how these formations are going to change again. Who's going to play free safety? Who's going to cover the slot? There was a lot of miscommunication last week because Huntington was lining up players in non-traditional formation slots. So, again, Midland is shifting. Looks like they're going almost to a cover 0.
Brogan Brown is a single setback. The Knights showing blitz once again. Handoff is to Brown. Goes right side. Finds a lane. Turns up. Gets across the 25. Breaks a tackle there across the 35 to the 40. Powers his way down to the 45-yard line. Good enough for the first down. 11-yard pickup on the play. First down for Hurricane.
And that was a really good run because it looked like he was going to be tackled for a loss. But he kept churning those legs. Looked a lot like the Hill kid that Hurricane used to have 3 or 4 years ago, Christian Hill, who used to make a living getting those extra yards.
He immediately went over to the sideline. He's getting attended to by the training staff over there. A little winded on that one. Borio, the quarterback, out of the shotgun, has a back offset to his right, 2 wideouts to his left. And the Knights show blitz and jump off sides. Trying to anticipate the snap count and got a little too aggressive on it.
That was number 2, Will Haas. He's playing that outside linebacker spot tonight. He's replaced by number 40, Trace Atkins.
1st and 5 now with 6:27 on the rolling clock. Ball right smack dab in the middle of the field on the far hash mark. Borio out of the shotgun with trips to his left. Steps up, fires back across the middle. Pass goes incomplete. There's a penalty flag coming in. This will be a pass interference called against. Nope, they're going to. Yep, pass interference called against the Knights.
Should be holding. Let's see if they actually call it. He's going to call it pass interference.
Yep. Pass was intended for Montgomery on a slant route once again. So penalty will move the football and give the Hurricane Redskins a first down. Put it down at the 35-yard line.
Now, if you're Midland, you're very comfortable with your outside corners. Alex Smith and Dominic Schmidt have been fantastic at those outer corner spots. It's the interior coverage that's been the problem for Midland, and they're going to have to figure out what to do with that.
Hurricane takes a snap, bobbled there by Borio, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Nemo Roberts gets in there and makes him pay for it. He dropped the snap, went down to the turf, picked it up, and as he turned to his right, there was Nemo there to bring him down.
That's his first birthday present.
There you go. He's turned 18 years old today, so happy birthday to Nemo Roberts. Birthday present to him right there. And a loss of 3 on the play brings up 2nd down and 13. We're under 6 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. We're tied up 7-7.
And Hurricane is making an adjustment. They're actually not bringing in players with the play. The head coach is actually signaling the plays in. All of the offensive players, including the linemen, are wearing wristbands with the play calls on them.
3 wideouts to the right, 2 wideouts towards the near side, empty backfield for Borio. He takes a snap, setting up the screen pass, fires back over to the right. Intercepted. Did he get it in bounds?
No signal.
Nope, they're going to say he caught it out of bounds. It was Mason Moran who got a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 13.
That was a good catch.
Ripito, the intended receiver.
Now, I got to tell you, this is a totally different change from last week, and it looks as if they don't have as much fear that Borio is going to run as they did with Lockow last week. So they are blitzing him a whole lot more than what they blitzed the Huntington quarterback.
They're also putting pressure out on the corners as well. Quick pass back towards the near side. Receivers went one way. The quarterback threw the pass the other way. And it'll bring up 4th down and 13. So
go for it. Go for it.
See what Coach Jeremy Taylor decides he wants to do.
That's a riverboat gambler right here. You're playing with house money.
Yeah, they're going 7-7 our score. 5:27 left to play in the opening quarter. 4th down and 13. Empty backfield once again for Borio. He's going to have 3 wideouts to his right, 2 to the left. Ball far hash mark.
This is going to number 10.
He's going to take the snap. 2-step drop. Under pressure. Fires back across the middle. Goes incomplete. Looking for the intended receiver on the near side. And he was trying to find Hager. And it goes incomplete.
And you knew that's coming. That's a senior passing to his favorite target, 101. I like the idea, but I probably would have ran him on a post.
Chase Hager was the intended receiver, the senior. Goes incomplete. And it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Knights. They'll start this drive off at the 37-yard line.
And you know what we don't have? We haven't had a carry by Chandler Smith, but we've had probably, I think, either 4 carries each for Fetty and for Moran.
Wolf out of the shotgun on the jet sweep coming towards the near side. It's Mason Moran. Has a lead block in front of him. Turns upfield, gets across the 40 and forced out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. So give him a pickup of 9 yards on the play to bring up 2nd down and 1.
And offensively, is Midland doing sort of what we thought they would do? Go back to the foundation.
Ground it out. Alex Smith splits over to the far side. Wingbacks either way. Wolf is the quarterback underneath center with Fetty lined up right behind him. They turn back to his right, gets the play call from Coach Luke Sammons. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Don't have to worry about that. Moran comes in motion. Handoff is to Fetty up the middle. Fetty's going to be wrapped up immediately as he gets to the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was Brogan Brown in on the stop once again for Hurricane.
Now, that was a good football play on both sides. That was a nice, hard run. That was a very good tackle.
But it was enough for the first down.
Which is a good accomplishment, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Our goal.
And it's good enough for the first down. Out of the wishbone once again, up underneath center, will be Wolf. He's got 3 backs lined up behind him. He's going to hand off on the near side. Coming up with it is Moran from the tailback spot. Gets across to 50 inside Hurricane territory. They'll give him forward progress to the 49-yard line. And a bunch of white jerseys in there on the stop for the Redskins. On the stop, leading the way on the bottom of the pile, that was Brody Clagg, one of the seniors on this defensive linebacking core for Hurricane.
4 yards in the carry brings up 2nd and 6.
And I'll tell you, Midland is enjoying every aspect of this because this is very familiar to them. They feel like they match up better with Hurricane speed-wise, side-wise, formation, scheming. Everything is feeling like home.
Wingbacks either way, ball near hash mark. Chandler Schmidt goes in motion. Wolf runs the option to the left. He pitches it over to Chandler Schmidt last second. 50, gets across the 45 to the 40, 35, and he is walloped out of bounds as he gets close to the 30-yard line. They're going to stay stepped out at the 33-yard line, and a good run. Great call that time by Ryan Wolf, the quarterback. Waited till the last second, pitched it out there, and Chandler Schmidt was able to pick up some great yardage.
Now, I'll tell you, they normally run that play with Moran against Spring Valley. They ran it twice for 140 yards. It's the first time they ran it with Smith. And Smith is favoring that ankle a little bit. So I don't know if he got nicked up on that tackle. But let's see how that affects him going forward on the rest of the game tonight.
Back to the wing once again. Here goes Moran in motion. Handoff is to him coming towards the near side, setting up his block. Turns upfield to the 30. Near side 25-20. Gets tripped up as he gets across the 20 and brought down to the 18-yard line. So give him a pickup of about 16 yards on the play. And the Knights knocking on the scoreboard. Once again, they're inside the 20-yard line at the 18.5.
And I like this. I like how they're doing this. I like how they're keeping the flow of the game. But Hurricane is getting a little frustrated, so they are taking some liberties right around the sidelines as well as when the whistle.
Schmidt goes in motion, handoff Fetty left side, breaks a tackle once, and then still powers his legs down to the left side, still works his way down to about the 11-yard line. That was pure power right there, power running for Jackson Fetty. He got hit right about after he picked up the first 2 yards and dragged everybody down all the way to the 16-yard line, 7-yard pickup on the play. And that was just strength and power on the final 5.
I tell you, that looked like Cottle running back there. That was kind of fun. Half of 45 is 22 and a half, so I'm not going to call him Cottle light because he runs very strong, but we'll call him condensed.
There you go. Ball far hash mark, wingbacks either way. There goes Wolf, keeps it himself, cuts up back across the middle. He's going to be wrapped around the neck and brought down as he gets across the 5 to the 3-yard line. Good enough for the first down.
That was a face mask, and if you saw his head get pulled back right there, I'm very he could have got hurt on that. I'm glad he was able to hold on to the ball.
He bounced up, football down at the 3-yard line. First and goal from the 3. Minute 50 left to play on a rolling clock here in the first quarter. We're tied up 7-7.
All right, this is Fetty time.
Wolf breaks the huddle, gets the team up to the line. Going to go with the wishbone once again. Fetty the fullback. The tailbacks are Schmidt and Moran. Handoff is to Schmidt. He goes up, hit right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be forced back. He gets hit up top and hit down at the bottom. It takes about 4 or 5 jerseys, white jerseys, to bring him down.
And there's still some words going on.
No gain on the play.
Boosted up by number 32.
Second and goal coming up.
And number 2, Bryson
Brogan
Morrell.
Brown in on the stop. Also in there as well was Bryson Morrell.
And you remember how I told you we're looking at rushing equity today? It's already sort of manifested itself in the first quarter. I mean, it looks like the carries are almost equal between Moran and Fetty, and Chandler's eaching up on them.
Here we go with the handoff on this is Mason Moran trying to turn it upfield. He's going to tiptoe right in the end zone for the touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run. Mason Moran finds the end zone for the second time here tonight. And the Knights jump out to a 13-7 lead over the Hurricane Redskins. 47 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. And Mason Moran with touchdown number 2. Matter of fact, he had a 3-yard touchdown run before. He had a 3-yard touchdown run this time. Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. Fetty with the holder. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-7 our score. The Knights on top. 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
With 47 seconds left in the first quarter, that brings the score to Campbell Midland, 14.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
25-yard line. The runner brings it up to 30. He'll be stood up and brought down there immediately. Huge hit coming in that time for Zach Ramey in on the stop.
Zach Roberts. I think it was Zach.
Oh, it was Zach Roberts.
Yeah, Zach Roberts.
Yeah. Sorry, 5 and 6 look the same.
I think he was trying to get some of his brother's birthday cake.
That's why I don't like these jerseys, I can tell you that.
Nah, but they're winning jerseys, though.
Yeah, the black ones were winning jerseys, too, the other night.
True,
they look a lot
true.
better. I didn't need binoculars to follow the game.
Well, Lisa's game is in September and not November, because you know what it's like in November.
All right, here we go. Out of the pistol formation this time for Hurricane. They trail 14-7 with the football. Hand off, and the running back runs into the quarterback, and they're going to be wrapped up and brought down immediately in the backfield. And a good surge that time by the Knights, coming up with the big stop once again. That was Cannon Lewis.
Number 41.
And also in there on
the carry. Stopped by number 27. Cannon.
He looked good on that. I think Hurricane's going to try to let this go ahead and go.
Yeah,
take it to the
14 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. And a quarter that started off, 14 seconds into the game, and a touchdown return, a kickoff return for a touchdown. Saw Hurricane jump out early, and after that, it's been all Cabell Midland. They're on top 14-7. We go to the second quarter after a 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
With the score, Cabell Midland 14.
Out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Hi, my name is Connor Pritchard, and this is my story. In 6th grade, a teacher had asked me if I would be interested in doing the announcements. I ended up going to the office every day for about 2 weeks, taught me the ropes, showed me around. I know it's definitely helped with my improvisation skills, so if I need to get something on the fly or throw something into a conversation, I can integrate it a lot better. I really love doing the announcements here. It's one of my favorite things to do here at Milton Middle. It's always nice just to know that I can add a little bit of positivity. To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
Minutes up on the clock. We go to the second quarter here in Ona. The Knights on top 14-7, and a timeout going to be taken here by Cabell Midland. Defensive coaching staff saw something they did not like and immediately called that timeout. Hurricane was showing 3 wideouts towards the near side and a single wideout on the far side. So immediately jumping on that to call the timeout here for Cabell Midland.
And that's one of the things with Midland, and, historically, they do not like to modify personnel. They will modify formation, but they generally will maintain the same personnel. So I'm interested to see whether they adjust by bringing in more DBs to kind of cover some different things.
Well, they brought back in a little bit of the speed on the front line with Nemo Roberts that came in. Also, Hagley comes in as well.
And it looks like they have Will Haas playing sort of one of the safety spots, so that's giving them a little bit more speed on that side as well.
Oriero, the quarterback, is all by himself in the backfield. 3 wideouts to the right, 2 wideouts to the left. Second down and 15 for Hurricane. The Knights are going to jump off sides.
Yeah. And traditionally, this is not a very good formation for Midland because this is their cover 0 look, which means that usually the way that offenses attack them, they usually hit them with like a quick slant going across, or they try to get someone going deep.
Well, it moves the football up to about the 33-yard line. Second down and 9 coming up. Oriero takes a snap, setting up the screen, goes back to his left, has a receiver making the grab, turns upfield, gets across the 40, 50. Nobody's going to get him. He's gone to the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And again, that's Chase Hager.
Chase Hager on there on the reception.
Right. And you remember we had just talked about this. That look is not a good look for Midland because what happens is when Midland blitz, when the linebackers blitz, it's one cut and it's a race at that particular point.
67-yard touchdown pass. And Hurricane an extra point away from tying it up with 11:47 left to play in this first half. Oriero, after completing that touchdown, is on to kick and almost blocked. No good. It goes wide right. Timeout on the field. It's Cabell Midland 14, Hurricane 13. We're back after this break right here on 97.9 The River.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
The need to try to be like somebody else or try to like one up somebody else. In my generation, it was keeping up with the Joneses, and I think that can be distracting. But I think that students, kind of like you were talking about earlier, I think that creating your story, that every person's unique. So like if you can tune out those other things, like there's room for you to be you and for you to do your thing, and it all fits together like a puzzle.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given.
You think they're
11:47 left to play here in this first half. It is Cabell Midland 14, Hurricane 13 after the 67-yard touchdown pass from Oriero to Hager. And the missed extra point, the advantage goes to Cabell Midland. Now they get the football back, and coming up with it, it will be Smith. He'll bring it up towards the near side, gets across the 20, 25, 30, back to the middle of the field of the 35. Nice sidestep move, but he's wrapped up and brought down at the 40-yard line. So the Knights will get good field position to start things off on this drive, trying to get some points back.
Well, we talked about it during the break, and I'm just going to say this is eerily reminiscent of last week, except for the order of the touchdowns. Last week it was a 70-yard kickoff return, 76-yard slant. This week is a 82-yard kickoff return, 67-yard slant. Midland is going to have to fix some things on special teams and defense, particularly in that secondary.
We'll see if the offense can continue to capitalize. Wide splits across the front line. Matter of fact, 4-point stance for everybody on the line. Here's the handoff up the middle to Fetty. Gets across the 40 and powers his way up to about the 43-yard line. Pick up a 3 yards on the play. Miller on the stop for Hurricane.
And if you notice, Hurricane gets a little bit more life in them. The closer the game gets, the hitting gets a little better. There's a little jawing, talking after the play. They believe that they can beat Midland. And if they have that belief, they're going to go as hard as they can.
Wingbacks either way. Single setback is Fetty. Wolf up underneath center. Wearing the pink wristband on the left. Handoff on the right side. This is to Moran, and he's going to be hit in the backfield, and he's going to fall forward, though. Looked like he was going to go for a loss and then fall forward to about the 45-yard line. It would have been a loss of a couple yards on the play. Instead, it picks up about 1.5 yards, so 3rd and a long 6 coming up.
Now, I was going to say, I don't think Midland has actually had a loss on any play thus far in this game.
Almost had one there.
Yeah. Let's see if they run that counter play with Chandler.
Chandler Schmidt is the wingback on the right side. Moran goes in motion, will return back. Wolf goes up underneath center. They'll look back towards the near side. Play call from Coach Luke Sammons. Wolf gets the word out. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2 seconds on the play clock. Wolf will snap it at 1. Nope, they're going to not get it because it went to 0.
They take the timeout beforehand?
Nope.
Wow.
That's going to be 5 yards. So 3rd, instead of 3rd and 6, you're looking at 3rd and 11.
Now, do you attribute that to the players on the field, or is that just a play coming in late on the sidelines?
It was. They got the play in enough time. That was on the field because even Coach Luke Sammons was telling them that he needs to watch the clock. Fetty single setback. It'll be Moran in motion. Wolf runs the option to his right. He'll keep it himself. Hands it off now to Moran. Lead block there. Moran's going to be laid out as he gets across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. And that Hurricane defense is jumping up and playing with some enthusiasm right now. And the Knights are going to be forced to punt the football away.
And actually, I'm kind of shocked by this a little bit, but I don't think he liked what they got on that 3rd down. If they would have had perhaps 3 or 4 more yards, I think he would have probably gone for it. It would put it at midfield. So this is kind of unique, too. I think Midland's only punted 3 times this season.
So Moran picked up 5 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down and 6, and Coach Jeremy Taylor wants a timeout for Hurricane. And we'll take one ourselves. 9:31 left to play in this first half. It's Cabell Midland 14, Hurricane 13. 30-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
My name is Deshaun, and I am a success.
My name is Braxton, and I'm a success.
Friday, I got my spelling words right. Party.
I was in a math test, and I didn't really get it that well. My teacher, she told me something, and I got it, and I aced the math test, and I was excited.
To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Right at about the 18-yard line. That thing hit a bounce and then immediately stopped there between the 18 and the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 now for Hurricane. They'll have it back offensively. They trail by 1. It's Cabell Midland 14, Hurricane 13 with 9:21 left to play here in this first half.
And I got to tell you, they're still trying to work out the combination here, so it looks like they brought in new personnel again.
So the 20-yard line now for Hurricane. They'll go from left to right. Out of the pistol formation for Borio. He has a back behind him and a back offset to his left. 2 wideouts to the right. Hand off to the second man through on the left side. That is the ball carrier as he powers his way across the 20. Still on his feet. Finally wrapped up and brought down at the 23-yard line. And the carrier that time for Hurricane, that was Elijah Rivera. Rivera picks up about 2 yards on the play, 2nd down and 8.
Now, at what point does fatigue start to come in a little bit for Midland? Midland's usually the team that is, as far as conditioning, Very good. But this is a little closer than I think Midland likes to have a game. This has been a dogfight throughout.
And timeout's going to be taken by Coach Jeremy Taylor again. He's not happy about it, but he'll burn one. 8:41 left to play. Timeout on the field. We'll take one ourselves. It's Cabell Midland 14, Hurricane 13. 30-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters.
Play action, roll out towards the near side on the boot. Borio passes it, and it's intercepted. Great job by the Knights, and coming in with it is Alex Smith. He stepped right in front of the intended receiver, and he came up and made the grab. Jerry James was the intended receiver, and Alex Smith, the big senior, comes up there. The junior comes in with a big stop on that one.
And I was actually about to say, their other stud receiver, number 7, J.T. James, has not had any targets tonight. I was going to see if they're going to incorporate him. That's great. I like it because when I went back and looked at that and we were watching that play, number 1 for Hurricane was running free down the sidelines. So I think Borio would love to have that back. I mean, that would have been a touchdown if he would have just lofted it.
The coaches above us probably said the same thing, too. 1st and 10 for the Knights of the 24. Fetty gets a handoff up the middle, gets across the 20, and he'll be wrapped up and brought down as he gets down to about the 15.5-yard line. A pickup of 8 yards on the play, 2nd down and 2, coming up with 8:18 left to play on a rolling clock. The ball near hash mark for the Knights.
And I got to tell you, Midland is very happy about that. They want to be able to take this lead and kind of assert a little bit of urgency in the Hurricane.
Wide splits once again for the Knights, spreading the field. Single set back is Fetty, handoff to him up the middle, and he'll get tripped up. Penalty flag is going to come in on the back end from the official, and getting a hand in there on the stop was Brown for the Redskins.
You think this is a legal chop block? Because I saw Nemo Roberts go down, and it looked like he went down.
Holding against, looked like Nemo held him down to the ground because it was right there where Nemo Roberts was tied up there with Brown. And Brown got a hand on and tripped up Fetty.
Yeah, I think Nemo wants to return that present. That is not a good birthday present.
They'll put the football down at the 23-yard line after the mark-off. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Let's see here.
Lights are on here at the Castle in Ona. Good crowd in attendance on the far side from Hurricane. Near sideline for the Knights. Watching 2 rivals battle it out here early in this game. It's 14-13. Cabell Midland on top of the Redskins. Wolf up underneath center, sends a man in motion. It's Wolf keeping it himself up the middle. Onto the leg, gets across the 20-15, works his way down close to the first down.
Yeah, Wolf's got to come out.
And Wolf will have to come out as his helmet flew off, but he got enough for the first down, I believe. They put the football down at the 14-yard line.
Now, do you take the timeout if you're Midland so that Wolf can come back, or do you put Fetty?
They're going to put Fetty, actually probably move Fetty over, and they'll bring in an extra back, and they'll bring in Cannon Lewis. He'll come in. Fetty comes over towards the near side, gets the play call. He'll go back into the huddle. Play clock down to 10. He's going to have to hurry to get the team up to the line, get them set.
Oh, that's a quarterback keeper.
He'll go up underneath center for Jackson Fetty. Here's the time rolls down. He'll take the snap. Runs the option to his right to keep it himself. Cuts back across the middle. He'll be tripped up around the ankles. And the big man for the Hurricane Redskins, Caden Johnston, the big 325-pounder, comes in to finish off the stop. And a pickup of a couple of yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Ball down at the 10-yard line.
All right, so Moran has 2. Fetties has a lot of carries, but don't have a touchdown. So this is going to be Fetty's ball.
Wolf comes back in at quarterback after having to set out a play because his helmet came off on his previous run that got the first down. Wishbone handoff towards the near side. Coming up, it is Fetty.
Schmidt.
Check that. You're right. It's Chandler Schmidt that got the carry. Schmidt wearing the bright yellow gloves.
That's how I identify him. I'm thankful for his parents for getting him those yellow gloves.
Good. You got it up for the first down. Move the chains down to the 4-yard line. Matter of fact, move the marker down to the 4-yard line. It's 1st and goal now for the Knights. Clock continues to roll with 6:15 left to play in this first half. Ball near hash mark. A lot of hands on hips for Hurricane right now. The Knights will send Alex Smith towards the near side. He had the big interception to set up this drive. Wishbone. Smith up underneath center. 3 backs behind him. Takes a snap. Hand off right up the middle. It's Chandler Schmidt. He'll dive into the end zone. Touchdown.
And he took a little push at number 32.
Chandler Schmidt gets his first score of the night. A 4-yard touchdown run. And the Knights add to their lead. They're on top 20-13.
Now, not thinking ahead, but traditionally this is where Midland wants to kind of separate. So look for it defensively. Midland's going to play very conservative the rest of this quarter, and I think Hurricane is going to be very aggressive.
Olivia Charles with the extra point. It is good. Quick break. The Knights on top, 21-13. 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River. Oh, they're going to turn it up because they got some momentum behind.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the Tri-State? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
The Knights took over at the 24-yard line, went into the end zone off a 4-yard touchdown run for Chandler Schmidt. Olivia Charles on to kick things off. Sky kick coming towards the near side. It'll take a bounce, and it will go out of bounds. Thought it was going to have an opportunity to make a roll back in, but it took a funky roll out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So keeps it out of the hands of Hurricane.
You had 15 to that on the penalty, correct?
I don't think it's 15. I think it's 10, isn't it?
We'll see. These high school refs, they change the rules every week. So let's see where they put it at here. They giving them 5? No.
Yeah, it should be 5. Let's see, they mark it off 5. Yep.
Yeah, they marked
down the 35-yard line.
I think he'll do that every day. That may be our new play right there. They should just go ahead and put like someone out. This aim for one of the coaches. She could do that. I've seen her on a soccer pitch. She is phenomenal.
And so far this year has not missed an extra point all year. And she's 1 for 1 in her field goal. 2 wideouts to the left. Out of the pistol formation once again. Borio hands off on the left side. The back brings it up across the middle of the 40, 25, 40. Battle of the 35. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down at the 30-yard line. First down, big run by Brown once again. That little counter play on the inside, it left it wide open for him. Nemo Roberts will come off the bench quickly. He'll come back into the lineup to anchor that middle.
And it's feast or famine. I thought Midland played it well, thinking it was going to be a pass. Most of the linebackers were playing zone, and then he just hit that gap. It was gone. He's a lot faster than he looks on D.
36 yards on the run that time by Brown. Split, matter of fact, out of the shotgun, a wide outs either way, and a handoff to the jet sweep coming towards the far side. That is Jones. Tries to turn upfield, gets across the 25, and he'll be wrapped up and brought down close to the 20-yard line. Needed to get beyond the 20 to pick up the first down. Looks like he picked up 9. It'll bring up 2nd down and 1.
Number 8, Stratton Hill on the carry.
Knights trying to rotate players in there to keep some fresh legs.
Yeah, it's not hot and it's not humid, but as I noticed Midland was not jumping as well as they normally do.
Quick pass back towards the near side. Hager makes the grab, turns upfield, gets across the 15. He'll be wrapped up and brought down at about the 12-yard line. It's good enough for the first down on the pass and catch from Borio to Hager. And first down for the Redskins. Knocking on the door once again with the football placed at the 12-yard line.
And I got to tell you, this has probably been the best offensive production for Hurricane all season in their 4 games.
Out of the pistol formation once again. Handoff up the middle of the big back, and he's going to power his way down to the 10-yard line once again. It's Brown. Picks up about a yard and a half. Matter of fact, make it 2 yards on the play to bring up second down and along 8. Now they can't get a first down if they can get down inside the 3-yard line, in between about the 2.5-yard line.
I don't think Hurricane wants to go man-oh-man with Midland at the 3-yard line.
4 minutes left to play in this first half. The Knights on top, 21-13. Wideouts either way. The receiver we have not talked about a lot today, Jerry James, he splits over to the left.
And the receiver number 1 is
and they're going to hand off over towards the back. He jet sweep, turns upfield. He'll be chased down from behind, wrapped up and brought down just beyond the 5-yard line. He'll be a yard shy of the first down. And once again, that is, I think that was Bradley on the carry.
11.
That was, all right. That was Jones on the carry. His jersey's bunched up on the back. It's hard to make out the back number.
I'm going by height.
Yeah, he's not real big, is he?
No.
He stands about, they say he's 6 foot. No way. Maybe 5 foot, but about
if he's 6 foot, I'm 170 pounds. And my clothes say no to that.
Barrio will have Brown to his left, Jones to his right, and the timeout's going to be taken by Hurricane. Their final timeout of the first half. 3:02 left to play in this first half. It's Cabell Midland 21, Hurricane 13. 30-second break right here, 97.9 The River. Two left to play in this first half. It's been back and forth a little bit. The Knights on top 21-13. Hurricane with the football now. First and actually make that 3rd and 2. Ball at the 4-yard line. Big third down here for Cabell Midland. Borio go up underneath center. Have the stacked eye behind them. Borio takes a step back, looks back over to Jeremy Taylor. The head coach gets the play call. Borio, hard snap count. Hand off to the big man Brown. Brown powering his legs, gets enough for the first down and then some. And it'll be 1st and goal now for Hurricane. Brogan Brown.
So at what point as Midland do you take timeouts to try to preserve time?
6'2", 220 for Brown. Yeah, got to wait and see here because clock continues to roll with 2:50 left to play. The Knights will get the football back to start things off in the second half. Hand off once again to Brown. He's going to try to power his weight. He's going to be stopped there. Great job by that Midland defensive line. Nemo Roberts in there on the stop. Also coming in, I believe Chandler Schmidt was in there.
It was. I saw the yellow gloves.
And good job on the stop there. Brings up 2nd and goal. Now here's the thing for Hurricane. They don't have any timeouts left.
They don't. But Midland, if you stop them, or they score, how much time are you going to have left to score?
All right, here we go. Hand off to Jones. He turns upfield. He'll be stopped. Good job because he did a nice counter move to cut back across the middle. And the Knights are going to be there for the stop. Nemo Roberts in there to lay the hit on him. Now, if you're Hurricane, time becomes the essence here. You got 2 minutes left. No timeouts. You're looking at 3rd and goal. You've actually lost a yard. You go back to the 4-yard line.
It's kind of weird. That play clock didn't start. I mean, it was late in starting because the quarterback went to the sidelines, and he was there for a significant portion of the Well, should have been a play clock running.
Football's back down at the 2.5-yard line. Borio out of the shotgun once again. Takes a snap, bobbles it, rolls out to his right, looking to pass, nothing there, runs back to his left. He has a wide open on the backside. He's going to walk his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Busted play, nobody on the weak side, and that's going to be a score for the Redskins. 21-19. Now, the missed extra point earlier, this is where Hurricanes looking to maybe go for 2.
And I thought there was a holding on the end zone, particularly when those linebackers were trying to go back. But they are... Yeah, they're going for 2.
Quarterback Borio gets into the end zone. 2-point conversion coming up. 21-19 with 90 seconds left. Obviously, clock is stopped on the point after attempt. Borio will have 2 backs off to his right. And penalty, we've got timeout taken by Cabell Midland. We'll keep it right here. 90 seconds left to play. Like we said, this is an untimed down, so that doesn't matter much. Borio had a busted play. He was looking to pass out here on the near side of the flat, and it was nothing there, and he just kind of bootlegged back around to his left and had wide open on the weak side.
And I got to tell you, you remember how we talked about lightning in a bottle?
Oh, yeah.
This is their game. This first half has been played even. Big plays for Hurricane, traditional Midland offense for them. So I think Midland's going to be happy with the offensive production in the first half. They're not going to be happy with their special teams or their secondary play.
So if you're the Knights, you get a stop here on this 2-point conversion. Makes it harder on Hurricane down the road. The Knights need a little victory here before they go into halftime to stop in this Hurricane team that's been able to move the football up and down the field a little bit here tonight. A couple of mistakes by the Knights. Hurricanes made them pay for it. Big man at the center spot right there is Caden Johnson, the big 325-pounder. Gets a snap over, rolls out. Borio looks at the end zone, goes incomplete. Good job on the coverage on the near sideline with Alex Smith once again stepping in to knock it down. 90 seconds left to play first half. Cabell Midland on top, 21-19. 60-second break here on 97.9 The River.
Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's switch movies. Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given. An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Borio with the kickoff here after the touchdown goes directly to Alex Smith at the 9-yard line. Brings it up middle of the field, crossing the 15 to the 20. Now gets a great move across the middle to the 25. He'll be wrapped up and brought down at the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Knights with a minute 23 left to play here in this first half. And the Knights on top 21-19. Hurricane hanging around in this game. And if you're Cabell Midland, you got to get some points. You don't want Hurricane to be hanging around in this one.
Well, you knew it was going to be this type of game. We knew this going in, that this is going to be a 4-quarter game. There's only been one time in the last 10 times that they played that it hasn't been a 4-quarter game. But now we have late personnel going in. Midland's going into their 32 formation with 3 backs, 2 tight ends, and the second tight end was late coming on the field.
Single set back is Fetty. Wolf up underneath center. Will send a man in motion. That handoff is to Chandler Schmidt. Trying to work behind the block. Lowers his shoulder, and he's going to be thrown down to the turf on the stop that time. That was Garrett Scantlin. And Schmidt picks up about 3 yards on the play to bring up 2nd down and 7. Minute 5 left to play. Clock continues to roll. The Knights have 1 timeout remaining here in this first half. Wolf with the man in motion. Handoff now to Fetty. Right side. Check that. It's Mason Moran. And was it Fetty? That was Fetty. Yeah, he works his way. Got enough for the first down up to the 40-yard line. Stops the clock temporarily while they move the chains. The Knights already up at the line of scrimmage in a hurry-up offense. Fetty the single setback. Handoff is to Chandler Schmidt. Finds a lane up the middle, gets across the 40, and he gets thrown down to the turf at about the 46-yard line. Pick up on the play of close to 6. It'll bring up second down at about 4. 35 seconds left. The officials finally place the football. Wolf up at the line of scrimmage quickly. Looks back, gives the play call back to Fetty. Takes a snap, handoff Jackson Fetty on the right side. Fetty cuts back across the middle of the 50 to the 45 to the 40, stops the clock with 22 seconds left. They're going to hurry quickly to the line of scrimmage here. As soon as it's placed, they're going to snap the ball. So they've got a first down, move the football down to the 41-yard line. Official starts the clock. Wolf takes a snap, runs the option, keeps it himself, turns up the middle of the 40. 35 breaks it to the outside. 25 to the 20. Trying to break 2 guys away. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down at the 14-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle over there on that far side coming up by Kearney for Hurricane, and a timeout's going to be taken now by Cabell Midland.
And I was telling you, they kept going left. Eventually they were going to cut it back to the right, and he actually did. Now this presents a problem. You know, you got a reliable field goal kicker. She knows she can hit that.
But you got enough for one play.
One play
to go to the sideline or the end zone on a pass.
Oh, he's not passing.
But you don't have enough time to get out and get set to do it, though. You don't have a timeout left.
That's what I'm thinking. I really think it's going to be all or nothing. And I think they're going to go with their best rushing play. Look for that option. I mean, look at where the ball is set. The ball is set on the far side, so you got a lot of space on the near side. I like that option with Moran.
Yeah.
Or throw a wrinkle off of it, take the option boot, and hit that tight end.
Yeah.
He's going to be open.
Let's see the tight ends out there.
Let's see, you take the far tight end, cut him across behind the linebackers. He's going to be sitting in the end zone.
So Lunsford is out there at the tight end spot.
We need to start at the D on Midland and work his way back to the I.
Easy. They're going to go with the wing backs either way. Matter of fact, they're going to send 3. They're going to send the wing backs to the right. Ryan Wolf looking to pass the football. He's stepping up, trying to plant his feet. Fires down to the back of the end zone. Goes up, tipped up, and it goes incomplete. 1.9 seconds left to play, and now you can bring on your kicking team if you want to give her a shot.
Let's see what he's going to do. There they go.
They're going to bring on the kicking unit. Olivia Charles going to go on to attempt the field goal. Pass intended on the back of the end zone. Had a whole bunch of Midland players back there. Chandler Schmidt was back there. Moran was back there, just a little far out. And Wolf held on to it as long as he could until he got rid of it before he took a hit. Olivia Charles is going to tee it up now at the 22-yard line. Nethercutt the snapper, Fetty the holder. Ball far hash mark. 32-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. Money. As time expires, Olivia Charles, 32 yards on the kick, and the Knights on top, 24-19. They go in at half.
And that's big.
That was a big, big deal for Olivia Charles right there. Now 2 for 2 on the season on field goals. Staying perfect so far this season for her. So congratulations on that one. The Knights on top, 24-19 as Hurricane makes their way off the field. Coming up here in the halftime report, we'll take a look at some stats from the first half, recap the scoring. We had a bunch of scoring in the first half, and we'll take a look at some scores from other games all across the region. We're the early game tonight, so a lot of these games that we'll get you scores on are probably towards the end of the first quarter, starting that second quarter. So
an injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
Our bank just sold our mortgage to a company I've never even heard of before.
I didn't understand that was something that could happen. This is an out-of-state company. This isn't a decision we would have made.
Looks like our bank made it for us.
At Huntington Federal, we never sell the mortgages of those who've entrusted us with something as important as the financing of their home.
Now what do we do?
I'm going to get online and apply for a new Huntington Federal mortgage today.
Huntington Federal. Local then, local now.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Yeager Airport is taking West Virginia to new heights, and we couldn't do it without you, our dedicated passengers. A new study says CRW has a $225 million impact on the local economy and is responsible for nearly 3,000 jobs. Flying with CRW does more than just connect you to the world. Flying with CRW puts West Virginians to work and money back into your community. Yeager Airport, your gateway to the world.
Let's see what I need. I really don't have time to go myself. I know. I'll order and have it delivered.
Where convenience and quality meet, and now home delivery.
Create Your Stories like to leave a legend where the kids will be talking about me like 50 years after I'm gone, and like then they will start writing their own stories. Maybe my kids will want to read about what I was dealing with, what I was going through, how I encouraged myself, how my teachers encouraged me. So if I leave something for them, then it's just going to keep going, you know, and it'll be a story that never ends. So it's the never-ending story.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
To our outstanding and hardworking bandstand and boosters, we invite you to join us tomorrow here at the Castle for our 2021 Night at the Round Table Marching Band Competition as we host 23 bands from across West Virginia. So sit back and let's show our night spirit and give a resounding applause to the best band in the land, the pride of Cabell County, the Cabell Midland High School Marching Knights.
Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And Kindred Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net. Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavallette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavallette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington. A fun, casual joint.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
See what I need. I really don't have time to go myself. I know. I'll order and have it delivered.
Food Fair, where convenience and quality meet. And now, home delivery.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus is your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Valley Health, quality care in your neighborhood. McDonald's is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Stop by McDonald's after the game and celebrate with a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. McDonald's. And Kindred Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Yeager Airport is taking West Virginia to new heights, and we couldn't do it without you, our dedicated passengers. A new study says CRW has a $225 million impact on the local economy and is responsible for nearly 3,000 jobs. Flying with CRW does more than just connect you to the world. Flying with CRW puts West Virginians to work and money back into your community. Yeager Airport, your gateway to the world.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day? In fact, everything on the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given.
To his right, finds a lane, gets across the 20, 25 still on his feet, powers his way across the 30 and all the way up to about the 34-yard line. Good little return that time for Alex Smith, and the Knights will start things off offensively here in this second half with the lead 24-19.
I tell you, Smith has had a senior season.
Actually, he's only a junior.
He's only a junior?
Yeah.
Well, he's having a phenomenal junior season then. Great play in that boundary corner, kick returner, wide receiver. He did get a little nicked, so he's going to come out and see the trainer. I guess they were going to tape him up a little bit.
Wolf goes up underneath center. Single setback is Fetty. Here goes actually Chandler Schmidt in motion. Handoff is to Fetty. Stood up there as he gets across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet and refuses to go down. They're finally going to blow it dead as he made progress up to about the 43-yard line. A 9-yard pickup on the first down play for Jackson Fetty. Second down and 1 coming up.
Now, I know you saw that. They picked both of his legs up and they were carrying him.
Still refused to go down.
Well, he still refused to go down, but at a certain point, I think, they were going to drop him. So he got his 9 yards. He's ready to go.
Wolf up underneath center once again. Nemo Roberts to center. Hand off to Chandler Schmidt coming back towards the near side. He's hit once, twice, and finally brought down. Leading the way for the Hurricane Redskins on the stop. That was Gavin Papario and also Brown on the stop as well.
Yeah, Brogan Brown's playing everywhere today. I mean, he's a really good player.
First down for the Knights, approaching that midfield stripe. Wolf hands off Fetty, right side, cuts back to his left, gets across the 50, he'll turn it on. 40, 35, one man to beat, and he gets a touchdown-saving tackle at the 25-yard line. And that truly was. He got him by the shoelaces.
That looked like a rugby scrum. There was 4 Knights running with Fetty. They were all sort of bunched up together. So
Jerry James in on the touchdown-saving tackle, but the Knights have it now 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Quickly moving it offensively to start things off in this second half. Wishbone formation once again, double tight end set. Handoff on the right side to Chandler Schmidt. He's going to be stood up right there at the line of scrimmage. Good job on the penetration that time by Hurricane.
It's number 60.
And the big man getting up off the bottom of the pile there on that one. That was Nathaniel McKay, 6 foot, 260-pound sophomore.
His jersey was small.
He got a big round of applause from the student section over the far side for that one when he ran off. Wishbone formation once again. Tailbacks Moran and Chandler Schmidt. Handoff is to Schmidt. He hits one behind the line of scrimmage, turns upfield, turns it into positive yards. He works his way down to about the 20-yard line. Initially, he got hit in the backfield that time coming in to lay the first hit. That was Owen Duffy. And he was able to make some positive yards out of it. Brings up second down, actually 3rd down and 5. Hagley in at the tight end spot. Along with Lunsford, they're going to go with the double tight end set. Wing back side away. Handoff on the right side to Fetty. Gets a nice lane. Breaks it out to the outside. Gets across the 15. Nice cut back to the inside of the 10. Good enough for the first down and then some as he works his way down to about the 7-yard line. Jackson Fetty with a great run on that one. Make it about 12 yards on the carry. And the Knights have it 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line.
And this is the first time you actually see Hurricane seem a little fatigued. And that's kind of odd coming out of halftime, but maybe the way this game is going, they were on defense at the last part of the second quarter, and they jumped back on defense to start the third. So they've been on defense for, I guess, about 6 minutes of actual game time.
Good point. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for the Knights. Wolf takes a snap. runs to the right, hands it off now to Fetty. Fetty drives his way down to the right and trying to work his way to the goal line. He'll come up short, right at about the 2-yard line, actually the 1-yard line.
Yeah, let's hold up second down.
Yeah, it's going to make up second down and goal after the pickup of 7 yards on the play.
Oh, it's in between the 1 and the goal line.
Yeah, about a half-a-yard line right there for the Knights.
Do you go any way but a quarterback sneak?
Oh, that or you power it with Fetty up the middle. They're going to go with the wishbone once again. Wolf up underneath center. Fetty the fullback. Tailback standing up is Moran and Schmidt. Handoff is to Schmidt. He'll tiptoe into the end zone behind the left side of that offensive line. Touchdown, Cabell Midland.
Logan Brown shot that gap between Nemo Roberts and the guard, but Schmidt wasn't there. He went between the guard and the tackle.
1-yard touchdown run. Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. 30-19 is our score. The Knights on top, looking to add that extra point. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. 8:05 left to play, third quarter. Cabell Midland 31. And Hurricane 19, 60-second break here on 97.9 The River.
Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Wait. Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given. An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Olivia Charles tees it up from the 40-yard line. She's going to kick a sky kick coming towards the near side. Going to take a bounce, and it will go out of bounds once again. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Hurricane. They'll put the penalty flag down
so it looks like it's
at the 33-yard line, so they'll start it off at the 38.
They're okay with that. This is already an improvement over what happened last week. So we'll take that.
8:05 left to play, third quarter. Cabell Midland 31, Hurricane 19. 1-yard touchdown run for Chandler Schmidt. The scoring run here this time for Cabell Midland. And let's see, they'll put the football down.
Yeah, Midland's having some defensive player issues. They're, I don't think they know what defense that they're actually calling. So
they're waiting to see what's coming out off the field.
Yeah,
because that's one thing Hurricane. They've shown many different formations.
So now they're sending them out. Somebody's going out to play.
Next man up, right? All right, here we go. 38-yard line is where this drive will start off now for Hurricane. Pistol formation. Boyer takes a snap, passes back behind the line of scrimmage. The grab is made back there. The back turns upfield, gets across the 40, 45, brought down at the midfield as he gets across midfield to about the 46-yard line. They're catching the ball that time. It was Elijah Rivera. Rivera's got some speed on him.
He does. And again, they took advantage right there with the two Midland, we'll call them outside backers, defensive ends, whichever name you want to use. They both blitzed. And so there was no one really, lined up against that running back or even supposed to be covering that running back on that particular formation.
Pass and catch of about 16. Handoff up the middle to the big back. Makes his way up across the 45 at the line of scrimmage and powers his way down to about the 40-yard line. Brown, once again, the ball carrier. 1st and 10 now for Hurricane. Actually, take it back, sorry. 2nd down and about 5. Out of the pistol. 2 wideouts near side. Rivera, the tailback. Quick pass back to the left. The ball carrier, the reception is made there just beyond the 1st down marker. 1st and 10 now for Hurricane. And on the reception that time,
it's number 10.
I believe, yes, Hager there again.
All right, so this is a shift that Midland has made. Midland has moved Nemo from the nose guard position to defensive end. They put in a new nose guard who is way, way lighter. I have him on my roster, but I don't have a name. It's number 15.
No, that's a new number.
Do you have him on yours?
Oh, yeah. It's Axel DeRoy.
DeCroy.
Yeah, DeCroy.
So he's actually playing nose guard, and I'm not going to say that the kid is giving up a lot of weight between 15 and 77, but you can do the math.
Brown on the carry, Chandler Schmidt on the stop, only a 1-yard pickup. The ball now resting in the middle of the field with 6:31 left to play in this third quarter. It's Cabell Midland on top by a score of 31-19. This drive started back at the 38-yard line for the Hurricane Redskins. Second down and a long 9. Moria out of the shotgun, has Brown offset to his right, low snap, fakes the handoff, steps up, now rolls back to his left, fires the football downfield. Receiver making the grab at about the 15-yard line, and he'll fall forward, and that's the first time tonight that they've been able to coming back.
Yeah, the center was actually 10 yards downfield.
I was going to say, that was Jerry James. We talked about him maybe seeing a lot of targets tonight. That's the first time he got targeted, and he made the grab, and the cornerback bit on it came in when he saw the back.
Yeah, he saw that fake action. But you know what? The center bit too because he was 2 yards downfield blocking. So when they turned around, he was like, oh, no.
Well, a lot of time on that, too. It's a timing deal. You're counting down 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, and you're going. Second down and 14 coming up. Empty backfield this time for Moria. He takes a snap, now steps up under pressure, rolls out to his left, fires downfield looking for receiver, goes up, and incomplete. Good job defensively coming in on the last second hit. I believe that's Chandler Schmidt. Nope.
That was
Mason Moran coming in last second over on the far side to knock it down. Matter of fact, he just leveled the intended receiver and knocked it out of his hands.
Yeah, he split those ones. That's number 11, and they got split.
Najah Jones in there on the intended receiver brings up third down and 14.
He's sitting on the sidelines right now, hurting really, really bad.
Moran laid him out over on the far side. Play clock down to 14 for Hurricane. Jeremy Taylor gets the play into his quarterback. Barrio, as he now has a back offset to his left, that's Brown out of the shotgun. Takes a low snap, rolls out to his right. Looking to step up. Now has to find the middle. Rolls over to his left. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Great job staying home that time defensively for Cabell Midland. And it was DeCroy in there on the stop.
Coaches know something we don't know.
He started seeing a lot of playing time back at the back end of the Spring Valley game.
Yeah, but he's giving up weight every time at that nose guard position. But he stayed at home. That's what they wanted. Mm-hmm. They wanted someone. And notice what Midland is doing now. Midland is not pressuring up the middle. They're pressuring at the tackles from the outside, and they're trying to force him up the middle.
All right, fourth down and 14. Oreo comes out of the shotgun. Low snap once again, steps up, fires back towards the near side, looking for receiver.
Short.
And it goes, he makes the grab, and it's going to be short of the first down. Matter of fact, way short of the first down. It was Jerry James making the reception there at about the 23-yard line. He still needed about another 6 more yards to pick up the first, so turns it over on downs, back to Cabell Midland.
And that's a very good halftime adjustment right there. That was fantastic.
Chandler Schmidt in on the stop, and the Knights will get it back offensively.
So this looks like I don't know if they have the same urgency. They may try to go one of those nice 8-minute drives right here.
4:49 left to play here in this third quarter. Nemo Roberts sets up that offensive line. It will be Wolf up underneath center. Takes a snap, hand off to Fetty. Fetty gets a good block on the near side, turns upfield, gets across the 25 to about the 29-yard line.
Injured Hurricane player.
Yeah, on the stop. That was Brown in on the stop, and he is slow to get up. They're going to stop the clock as they tend to him with 4:34 left to play in this third quarter. And a pickup on the play that time of about 5 yards.
Is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything on the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
Hello, my name is Seth Seldron. I'm here in my home studio where I write, record, produce, mix, and master all my own music, as well as write, record, and edit all kinds of videos. Making my own music and making videos allows me a certain creative outlet that I wouldn't otherwise have. And one day I hope to sort of combine the two, maybe create my own music videos, direct them, edit them, as well as produce music for myself and other people.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia.
We're going to go to the wishbone formation once again. Those wide gaps between the guard and the center and the tackles. Handoff, second man through is Chandler Schmidt, and tries to sidestep to his left and get tripped up there at about the 42-yard line. Pick up of 2 yards on the play to bring up second down and about 8. Check that. He's going to give him 3 yards, second down and 7.
So let's see how the tempo of the offense goes. You know, in the second quarter, it was very quick, very going up to the line, signaling the play, getting ready to go. Now let's see if they let that play clock kind of go within 5 before they snap the ball.
Wingbacks either way. Wolf runs the option, keeps it himself, has Fetty in front of him as a lead blocker. He'll dive his way across the midfield stripe, and he'll be right there at that first down marker and a 7-yard pickup on the play. Be enough for the first down for the Knights. Move the chains.
That's enough for a Knight first down.
And admittedly, I was kind of concerned how Wolf would do tonight. I thought that he played an excellent game against Spring Valley. I thought he played probably the best game I've seen by Midland quarterback throwing the ball against Riverside in, 5-6 years?
Yeah.
And last week, I would say incomplete. But he's keeping the game well within him tonight.
Out of the wishbone once again, Fetty the fullback. Handoff is to Moran, right side. He explodes his way across the line of scrimmage and works his way down to about the 45-yard line. And Hurricane player just threw a helmet up, and that's a flag right there.
Yeah, that's a flag. That's 15.
Yep.
That was Moran's helmet that went flying.
Yeah, it was Jerry James in on the stop.
And Jerry James is kind of temperamental, JT James. He's had a couple of penalties last year.
Personal foul, face mask against Hurricane. Now, does Moran have to come off for that one? I don't think he does.
He doesn't have to come out, but here's my issue. The face mask is one penalty.
But he threw the helmet.
Throwing the helmet is a separate penalty.
Yeah.
So I'll see if they tag him for – they're only going to give him the 15.
Well, the 15 on that one. So puts the football down to the 30-yard line.
And I actually think throwing the helmet is actually an ejectable offense, because if he would have struck someone with that, that's the same as if you hit him with a fist.
First down for the Knights. 2:37 left to play on a rolling clock here in this third quarter. Midland 31, Hurricane 19. Wolf breaks the huddle, gets the team up to the line of scrimmage. Single setback is Fetty. Wingbacks either way. And the handoff goes to Fetty. Cuts back to his left, gets across the 25 to the 20. Fetty loses the football, and it's picked up by Hurricane at the 10.
Wow.
Got stripped. Oh, he's getting brought down on the back end.
I think it was Brogan Brown.
It looks like I think it was Brown that knocked it loose, and Hurricane recovered. On the recovery that time, it was Montgomery. Turns the ball back over to the Redskins. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line.
And that's the second fumble by Midland this season that they lost. I think they lost one at Spring Valley game.
Yes. All right, see what the Knight defense can do here.
And that would have been a killing touchdown.
Yeah, it would.
It would have been a 19-point lead, and it would have changed pretty much the whole aspect of this game. But, they don't want you to have a running clock. They want you to play.
Two wideouts either way. Matter of fact, three wideouts towards the near side. Morio, the single setback, sets up that screen once again. The Knights stay home with it, though, but the speed on the outside turns up. Riviera gets across the 30, 35, cuts back to the middle of the 40-yard line, wrapped up and brought down there. It was 30 yards on the pass catch.
Flag. There's a flag. They were called a horse collar on somebody. But that was Hager on the same play they scored the touchdown on.
That flag came in late, too.
There was some business going on in that pile. They call him horse collar, or are they actually going to call something else? Let's see.
This is a dead ball one. Personal foul against Cabell Midland.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't see what had happened, but I know that it's been going on all game, and I believe it was more retaliatory for something that had happened earlier. I'm not going to identify the player, but Midland has a nice little tradition that if you make a penalty, you come off the field. So we did see a player come off the field.
So it was 30 yards on the pass and catch, and then the penalty puts the football down at the 45-yard line. Hand off to Riviera, and he's going to be wrapped up and thrown down to the turf. That was Nemo Roberts in there on the stop. Big Nemo coming up with a big stop and no gain on the play.
Yeah, Nemo is not happy. This is definitely delaying his birthday celebration.
Hurricane taking their time, getting up to the line of scrimmage. The pistol formation this time with the back lined up behind. Morio, the quarterback, set to his right. Handoff now to Riviera. He's going to sidestep to his left. He'll be wrapped up and brought down there. Maybe a half a yard gain on the play, and that's about it.
And there was a push in the back.
Big stop by the Knights.
Yeah, no call. That was 52, Logan Fisher, who's now in playing defensive end.
Only about a yard gain on the play. 3rd down and 9 coming up now for the Redskins. Hurricane taking their time, getting their play in. 37 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. There's about a 20-second separation between the play clock and the game clock. So they will have to at least get one snap off. 3 wideouts near side, 2 to the left. A lot of times they'll set that screen up here, but this time they're going to send them all down the field. Here's the pass, the catch in throughout the hands of James goes incomplete. And 4th down and 9 coming up, stops the clock with 19 seconds left to play here in this third quarter.
He probably would have liked for the for the quarter to end, but he's punting. Midland's going to play base. I mean, because last time Hurricane got into a formation such as this 2 times, phenomenal things happened. One was what we call the block 6 by Terry and Barry 2 years ago, where Midland was down almost at the end of the game, and then they ran a fake 3 years ago in Hurricane.
Ripito back to punt the football away, stands at his own 40. Chandler Schmidt back deep, and high punt, and they're going to let it roll. Matter of fact, it's going to take a Hurricane roll down inside the 5, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Nice punt that time by Ripito, and it goes for 59 yards on the punt. Helps his average out a little bit.
It does. Last week, same position, Midland goes on a 9-minute drive. They ended up turning over the ball on downs. But I think Coach Luke would be okay if they took 9 minutes off the clock here.
Well, right now you got to give yourself a little bit of a cushion to get the ball out from back deep in the end zone like that. See if we do some power football here.
You going counter or straight dive?
Straight dive to give you some more room.
Okay. Well, here we go. If it's a dive, it's going to be Fetty. So
Yep.
as Tatum would say, get on the freight train.
All right. Wolf will send a man in motion. They're going to hand it off to Fetty. He'll get out of the backfield and across the line, and that's about it. He got tripped up there. It's going to be the end of the third quarter. Cabell Midland 31, Hurricane 19. 6
year, impaired drivers are the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's switch Wendy's. Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
Our bank just sold our mortgage to a company I've never even heard of before.
I didn't understand that was something that could happen. This is an out-of-state company. Well, this isn't a decision we would have made.
Looks like our bank made it for us.
At Huntington Federal, we never sell the mortgages of those who've entrusted us with something as important as the financing of their home.
Now what do we do?
I'm going to get online and apply for a new Huntington Federal mortgage today.
Huntington Federal. Local then, local now.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus is your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Valley Health, quality care in your neighborhood. McDonald's is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Stop by McDonald's after the game and celebrate with a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. McDonald's. And Kindred Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net. An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
It's a way to get the confidence back after the fumble on the last series.
Absolutely.
And 1st and 10 on the 10-yard pickup.
So, Mr. Ball, I'm starting his candidacy. That has to be the ultimate stat for Mr. Ball to be in the Cabell Midland Hall of Fame.
I agree.
And we want you, grandparents, parents, fans, all of you guys to nominate individuals that you think will be worthy of induction. We have our list that we have compiled just based on all-state accolades.
Wingbacks either way. Wolf keeps it himself, turns up across the middle, and still on his feet, gets across the 20 and a whole bunch. Matter of fact, he's still moving that pile all the way to the near sideline and finally brought down at about the 28-yard line. That's the quarterback carrying the football, folks, right there. They're going to say he stopped his momentum at the 22, so an 9-yard pickup on the play brings up 2nd down on a long 1.
And it keeps the clock moving.
Phillips in on the stop for Hurricane. And if you're the Knights, yeah, you want to keep this drive going. You want to kill as much time as you can. You got a nice lead, 31-19. 10:38 left to play in this fourth quarter. Wingbacks either way. Schmidt goes in motion. Handoff is to Fetty up the middle. Fetty still on his feet, powering his way up to the 30-yard line. And he'll get enough for the first down and then some. Matter of fact, he needed only about 3. He picked up close to 8 yards on that one. 1st and 10 for the Knights from the 30. Phillips once again on the stop. Clock set back in motion with 10:20 on a rolling clock.
I think if the Knights have it their way, Hurricane will not get another offensive possession in this game.
He's taking his time, too. And, Wolf, this is where the experience starts to come in. This kid is really built to be a quarterback. He's watching the game clock and the play clock. He's trying to let as much time to go down as much as he can before snapping out of the wishbone this time. And a handoff is to Moran. Moran works behind the block, gets across the 35 to the 40, good enough for the first down, move the chains. 12-yard, 13-yard pickup on the play. And the Knights picking them up, putting them down. Gets all the way up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and this has to be demoralizing if you're the defense. And, I mean, as far as time of possession in the second half, Midland has dominated the time of possession. Hurricane had turnover on downs. Then he had a second turnover on downs. So, in essence, they probably ran the ball. They're calling it official time?
Yeah.
Water break? Oh, the chain.
Chain broke.
Yeah, chain's messed up.
Looks like they got it fixed now. Yep, they got her done.
Definitely.
9:34 left to play in this fourth quarter. Play clock set back in motion. Ryan Wolf breaks the huddle and now calls his team back to the huddle.
Let's see, they didn't reset the play clock, so he's got to get him up there.
Yeah, they restarted the play clock at 25.
No, I was going to say when they brought him back.
Yeah,
I think he's out.
He's letting that clock roll down as much as he can. Handoff is to Fetty near side, cuts back to his left, gets across the 50, dives his way down inside Hurricane territory and gets down to the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and, we haven't said anything about this group, but I think pretty much for 2 weeks in a row, well, I'm just going to say all season, they've been a dominant group, and I'm going to talk about the 5 starters on that O-line.
Mm-hmm.
They've been fantastic this year. They're dominating again tonight. You don't really hear anything unless one of them makes a false start or they accuse them of holding, wrongfully accuse them of holding. But the middle offensive line is really one of their stronger points.
Here goes Wolf running the option, keeps it himself, turns upfield, gets across the 45 to the 40, and dives his way across the 40 down to the 39-yard line.
And I consider that to be probably just as much as a Midland tradition as having a fullback has been their offensive line.
Yeah.
And it's transformed. It's not just for big guys anymore. It's for small guys now.
Well, they're strong.
Yeah, those guys are like 230, 240, and they're excited. They take the challenge every week.
9-yard pickup on the play. First down. This is a drive that started back at the 1-yard line. Ball at the 39-yard line out of the wishbone once again. Handoff Chandler Schmidt. Goes left, cuts back right. Gets a great lead block and works his way down to about the 31-yard line.
It's a yard and a half short.
So we'll keep the clock rolling. With 7:44 on a rolling clock. Ball middle of the field at the 32-yard line. And the official stops the clock. And we got an injured Hurricane player.
Yeah, that is 25.
Yeah, he's down on the knee. He jumps back up. We'll keep it right here. That's Cameron Phillips. It's been a little workhorse here in the second half for Hurricane.
Yeah, Midland took the possession with about 30 seconds left in the first half? Or in the third quarter?
They took possession with 6 seconds left.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
In the third quarter on this drive.
Right. So we're already, 5.5 minutes?
Yep.
Gone?
We've gone we've gone about 68 yards down the field so far.
And who's happier about a drive like this? Is it the O-line coach? Is he the one that's just thrilled?
Oh, yeah. If you're Luke Salmons, you're happy about this one because it's taking time off that clock right there. The Knights looking to hold on to this, come away with the victory, back home again next week when they take on the Big Reds of Parkersburg. Their third of four home games this year in the regular season.
We're going to become road warriors.
Yes, we are in the second half of the season. Wingbacks either way. Here goes Moran in motion, takes the handoff on the jet sweep, turns upfield across the 30 and forced out of bounds on the near side at about the 25-yard line. Forced out on the near side by Cameron Carney for the Redskins. They'll put the football down at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Knights, keeping the drive rolling.
And keep the clock a-turning.
Well, he stepped out of bounds, so they'll start it when the snap happens. Hand off to Fetty up the middle. Fetty goes back towards the near side, has one around the ankles, another one around the shoulder pads to wrap him up and bring him down on the near side. On the stop, it was Carney around the ankles, and up top, it was Brown coming up on a stop as well. We're going to have some tired kids after this one tonight, on both sides of the football.
Oh, I think so. But Midland, this is what you want. You want a tough game. You want a game at home. You feel good. The game is not over, but it's getting closer. when we know the game's officially over is when Mr. Ball leaves the press box. That's the official sign of completion.
On a dead run. All right, Wishbone. Wolf handoff to Chandler Schmidt. He's hit the line of scrimmage, continues to work his legs forward, and about 6 white jerseys in there on the stop to bring him down. He got forward progress down to about the 18-yard line. So pickup of a couple yards.
I was going to say, Hurricane doesn't miss too many tackles, and they haven't missed that many tackles this game. They will tackle you, but it's usually 3 or 4 yards down from the line of scrimmage, but they're a pretty good tackling team. It's just their schedule is not very good. If you think about it, your first 3 out of the first 4 games, Spring Valley, Huntington, Cabell Midland. Like, somebody doesn't like them.
Well, their first game was Winfield.
Yeah, but that was a scrimmage. I said
Head off left side to Fetty. Fetty still on his feet, cuts back across the 10 and down to about the 9-yard line. That's good enough for the first down. Move the chains and a pickup of 8 yards on the play. The drive continues. It'll bring up 1st and goal.
And we already are at the 5.5-minute mark.
I'll say down to the 9.
So Midland has to score. Unless we get a penalty that gives them an automatic first down. Which they would not be opposed to that.
Yeah. Out of the wishbone once again. Wolf up underneath center. Nemo Roberts setting that line. Handoff is to Moran. Comes back towards the near side, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down inside the 5 at about the 3.
7-minute mark.
And a penalty flag coming in late.
Oh, this has got to be against Hurricane for running their mouth. There is no way a Midland player did anything.
Well, when the officials are looking back at the Hurricane defense.
Let's see. Is that the 3?
No.
Where are we going to go with it? Is it against Midland? There we go. Make the call, Chief. He doesn't know what to call. It's against Hurricane.
Yep. Goes down a yard. Did he even made a call yet?
I'm going on personal foul. And he's talking to him now.
Unsportsmanlike. It should be an unsportsmanlike if it's.
Let's see. He can't make the call yet. Here we go.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike called against Hurricane. Moves the football down about a yard. Puts it down to the 2-yard line.
And here goes the clock.
Wolf up underneath center. Handoff to Moran. He'll drive into the end zone. And touchdown, Cabell Midland.
We got an injured Hurricane player. He's trying to get up, but he really needs to sit down.
Mason Moran goes into the end zone. For the 2-yard touchdown run. Fourth 34. Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. Jackson Fetty will be the holder. Low snap, and the kick is good. Oh, perfect. That had the potential of being bad right there. 4:35 left to play. It's Cabell Midland 38, Hurricane 19. 60-second break here on 97.9 The River.
Exactly 7.5.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you. The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And Kindred Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
Olivia Charles on to kick things off at the 40-yard line. Sky kick coming towards the near side. It'll be fielded by at the Montgomery right there at the 35. Cuts back across the middle, going to turn off field, and a touchdown saving tackle right there coming up for Cabell Midland.
Number 27.
That was Lewison on the stop on that one. That one was a touchdown-saving one right there.
Oh, absolutely.
And by the way, correction, we did say Mason Moran. Actually, Jackson Fetty was the one that scored the last touchdown for Cabell Midland. And that would be Fetty's first score of the night. So they balanced it out quite a bit with Mason Moran, Fetty, and Chandler Schmidt here on the evening. 38-19 our score.
And I told you, run equity tonight.
4:28 left to play. First and 10 for the 45. Valerio now under pressure, rolls out towards the near side, and the receiver makes the grab.
Inbounds.
Inbounds at the 40-yard line, and on the grab that time, once again, it was Jones made the grab, and good enough for the first down, moved the chains all the way down to the 40. So pickup of about 15 yards on the play. Burrow out of the shotgun, takes a snap, now pressure, rolls out to his right, being chased down, looking to throw the football, throws it downfield and throws it out of bounds.
And Midland has their ears just pinned back right now.
Stops the clock, by the way, with 4:04 left to play in regulation. Cabell Midland 38, Hurricane 19.
And there's something going on. The Midland sideline is not very happy. I don't know if someone's in the wrong formation or whether they believe that there's been some offensive pass interference going on. But you can definitely see that the Midland coaches are coaching this game all the way to the end.
Hand off over to the right side. Coming up with the ball carrier once again is Jones. Tries to turn up field, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10 as the clock continues to roll with 3:50 left to play in regulation.
And if you're Hurricane and you're still trying to get back in this game, how do you do anything but pass the ball? First down, incompletions, touchdowns.
Yeah.
But then again, they have 3 timeouts, so they're not really using those.
Not using those, yeah. DeCroy on the stop. Hurricane just taking their time. And they're going to burn a timeout. Man, they burned a lot of time off of that one. 3:26 left to play, breaking the action. 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
This is what kills me with him.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the marching knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states,
3rd down and 10 for the Hurricane Redskins, and Borio takes the snap. He rolled out under pressure, and he went all the way back to about the 45-yard line, brought the football back up. That was a 45-yard line of Hurricane. He got all the way back up to the 44-yard line of Cabell Midland, so we'll go down on the loss of a play of about 4 yards, but he ran about a country mile to do it.
So we give him credit for a sack on that?
I'll put it down as a sack.
It's definitely a tackle for loss.
Yeah, big time. 4-yard loss on the play. 4th down and 14 coming up now for the Redskins. Riviera offset towards the near side. Now he'll step up with 3 wideouts towards the near side. Borrego, ball by himself, steps up, fires down to the right, looking for the receiver. He'll make the grab over his shoulder, and he'll go into the end zone. Touchdown. He caught it right over his shoulder.
Call him out? Oh, I was going
to say touchdown on that one, and that Jones that made the touchdown reception over there.
Hager?
No, that's right. Hager on the reception. And wow, that was a pass right on the money, right over the shoulder.
I thought he was out at the 2, but you saw that coming. And I think when Jeremy Taylor goes back and looks at this game film, he's going to be a little he didn't use Hager enough. I think he'll go back and look at this film, and he's going to realize that Hager was a dominant player, again, this game, and he could have used him a lot more.
44 yards on the pass and catch. Oreo on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is no good. 38-25 is our score. Knights still on top. 2:23 left to play in regulation. We're back after the 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the Tri-State? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavallette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun. FreedomGunandPawn.com.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market. Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
23 left to play in regulation. It is Cabell Midland on top, 38-25. A 44-yard touchdown pass from Borio to Hager as the missed extra point. Onside kick coming up here now for the Redskins.
They're missing a player.
Borio has...
There's only 10 players out there for Hurricane.
Yep. And it's going to be fielded. Bad kick. Be fielded by one of the upmen for Cabell Midland. So Cabell Midland gets the football back after a drive last time that Jackson Fetty going into the end zone that capped off that, 99-yard touchdown drive last time out for the Knights.
And that was their goal last week. I think they got the ball on the 2. And they were going to drive about that far. This is good. Midland has to be very happy with their performance today. A couple of bad plays, 1 or 2 you can correct.
Handoff coming towards the near side. This is, check the number on that one for Midland. That was the ball carrier that time was Tevin Taylor for Cabell Midland.
I think he called a timeout. He did. Hurricane called. Oh, no. I heard him say timeout. I guess they're not giving it to him.
1-yard pickup for Taylor. Knights just letting that clock roll down the best they can. Wolf will send a man in motion. That's Taylor. Handoff is to Fetty up the middle. Fetty takes shot across the head. We got a penalty flag coming in on the near side, and that's going to be against the tackle. Guy grabbed the helmet.
Is he good? Yeah, he's...
Face mask against a 5-yard face mask against Hurricane. Penalty flag goes down at the 47-yard line. They're going to mark it off 5 yards to the 41. Or check that, the 46-yard line to the 41. Gives enough for the first down for the Knights.
I'm kind of interested to see why they didn't take Fetty out on that play just to check him out. He looked kind of woozy getting up.
Probably worn out.
Yeah, could be that too. Could be fatigue.
Yeah, 90 seconds left here, and a deep lineup for the Knights. Handoff is to Taylor, and he'll go off to the near side.
We got something going now. Yeah, it's 54 against 54, and I think it's going to be 54 on Hurricane.
Yep.
Who drove 54 for Midland. I think that's what, Bills? Ethan Bills?
For the Knights.
Or
it was Sean Rouse.
Yeah. So it should be against Hurricane again. Unless he's going to call offsetting.
Dead ball, personal foul against Hurricane.
Yeah.
Be 15 yards added onto it. Puts the football all the way down to the 20-yard line.
There's about to be another one called, too, because they are talking right now.
It's another first down for the Knights with 1:11 left to play in regulation.
I say anybody else, you take a knee, and it looks like they may be going to victory formation. But I think these kids want to score, so let's see what they do here. Nope.
Now they're going to try to run out of the wishbone. Once again for Wolf. Taylor in the backfield. Handoff is to Schmidt. He goes left side. Schmidt's going to go, cuts back across the middle, lowers his shoulder, knocks the defender down, keeps his feet rolling to the left. He's going to be finally wrapped up and brought down inside the 10-yard line. Good enough for the first down. 42 seconds left.
There's a flag. I think there could be piling on. There could be face masks. There could be a lot of things. But there's a flag that's out there. Something happened in the middle of that pile.
The holding call against Midland.
Hey, Chandler Smith, my friend, you need to make that your Twitter image because that was nice.
And negates the run. He'll puts the football all the way back down to the 23-yard line. 42 seconds left. Now, if you're Midland, you could take a knee here and let it go.
No.
Or if they're going to try to drive it into the end zone.
No.
Oh, they're not taking a knee. They're going for it here. Fetty to single setback. Wolf up underneath center. He'll take the snap. Hand off on the jet sweep. It's Moran coming towards the near side. Moran turns upfield, gets across the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He'll stretch out. He'll go out of bounds. Stops the clock with 16.9 seconds left at the 4-yard line.
And there was a phenomenal block at about the 15-yard line. I don't know which Midland player put it on him, but they took it personal. Is that what Michael Jordan said when he got motivated? He said they were disrespectful and he took it personal. So at this particular point, it looks like he's taking it a little personal.
The ball on the 4-yard line with 16.9 seconds left to play here in regulation. Out of the wishbone once again for Wolf up underneath center. Wolf hands off left side into the end zone. It is Chandler Schmidt that gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland.
Yeah.
4 yards out for Chandler Schmidt. And the Knights add to it, 44-25. I think that was a statement touchdown right there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I'm glad to be here for it.
Chandler Schmidt gets another score here on the night. Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. Jackson Fetty will be the holder. Snap, the kick is up. This one is tipped. This was blocked. Really? That's her first miss of the night.
I got to be honest. He was offsides, but we're going to let that go. It's 14 seconds ago.
Yep. So we'll keep it right here.
Yeah, they're still talking to each other. If you're Midland, kick the ball out of bounds. Just kick it out of bounds. I don't even know if I would even let it be in the field of play right now because you can get someone really hurt on this kickoff return.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kick it out of bounds. Play deep. Because, Hurricane may try to score just because, but I'll play deep. And remember, you got 6 more games left this season plus the playoffs.
All right, Olivia Charles will tee it up at the 40-yard line. We got 14 seconds left to play in regulation here. The Knights on top, 44-25 after the block extra point. Officials giving the final signal. Charles with about 5 steps off now takes a kick, and it'll be a sky kick coming towards the near side. It'll be fielded by Montgomery at the 31. Goes back across the middle. Montgomery's going to be hit, fumbles the football. Picked up and going away with it. The Knights with the football, running their way down all the way to the 4-yard line, 5-yard line. And on the pickup that time.
Turner.
Who is
Turner.
it?
I think it's Turner. I thought it was 21, but I'm waiting to see. 20.
20?
It was number 20.
That was Isaiah Pearson.
He's getting his jersey ripped out off of him.
And they have an injured Hurricane player out of the 35-yard line. There's 5.3 seconds left. And
I can tell that his family is here because they are standing up and cheering. But we're more concerned about the injured Hurricane player. And this is what I was concerned about on kickoff coverage late in the game, particularly in a game that's out of hand. There's so many different things that can happen. And so I don't know who the Hurricane player is, but they are looking at his lower leg.
Yeah, the Midland team on the near sideline all taking a knee on the near side. Hurricane players on the field taking a knee as well. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more. It's Cabell Midland 44, Hurricane 25, 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
Out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet.